सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैर्वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। भगवद्गीता अध्याय 10 श्लोक 39। यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां बीजं तदहमर्जुन न तदस्ति विना यत् स्यात् मया भूतं चराचरम्। From this shloka onwards, Vibhuti Upasamhar, Bhagavan is concluding the topic of Vibhuti. In previous many shlokas, Bhagavan elaborated the Vibhuti, starting from shloka 20 up to 38. Vibhuti was elaborated. Bhagavan stated, I am this, I am that, I am Vishnu, I am Surya, Aditya, and so on. When a student hears this, he or she will get a doubt. How can the Bhagavan be all these? What is the rationale? There has to be some rationale. Without any rationale, one cannot make such statement. I am this, I am that, etc. It is like me saying, I am the Prime Minister, I am the President. So if I start saying, I am the Prime Minister, I am the President, I am the Chief Minister, so people will think something is wrong with me. But Bhagavan has not gone crazy. He is Bhagavan. He is Ishvara. Being Ishvara, he is making such statements. Therefore, there is some rationale. The rationale is given in this shloka, shloka 39. How the same Bhagavan is present in everything. How the same Ishvara is present in everything. How everything is Ishvara. The reason is explained. It is a well-known logic in Vedanta. Karyam karanat abhinnam. Karya, the effect, is not different from the cause. The effect is not different from the cause. The effect is essentially the cause itself. It is the reason, it is the rationale of the Vibhuti Yoga. Therefore, Bhagavan reveals himself as the bija, as the primary cause of everything in the universe. See the verse. Hey Arjuna, O Arjuna, yaccha sarvabhutanam bijam, the bija, the primary cause of all the beings. Tat aham, it is none other than me, the Ishvara. Ishvara is the primary cause of all the beings. Jagat Karanam is Ishvara. Therefore, nothing in the universe exists without Ishvara. Nothing in the universe excludes Ishvara. That is why Everything is Ishvara. Api also Maya Vina Yat Characharam Syat Tat Bhutam Na Asti. Maya Vina, without me, without the Ishvara, Yat Characharam Bhutam Syat. Is there any Bhuta, any object, whether Chara or Achara, whether moving or non moving? Is there any object which is independent of Ishvara? Is there any object which is independent of Ishvara? This is like the question: is there any ornament in the jewelry shop which does not have gold? In a jewelry shop, there are many ornaments: bangle, necklace, ring, etc. A gold jewelry shop. In the artificial jewelry shop, you may find, but in a gold jewelry shop, all the ornaments are made of gold. Therefore, if you go to such a shop and ask for an ornament which does not have gold, what will the shopkeeper say? He will say, you have come to the wrong place. In the same manner, in this entire universe, if you try to find any object that is devoid of Ishvara, that is devoid of Paramatma, you cannot find such an object. Such an object is impossible. Therefore, Bhagavan says, Tat na asti. There is no such object in the entire creation. There is Ishvara in everything. Ishvara alone gives satta and spurti to every object. Ishvara alone lends existence to every object. And the same Ishvara is responsible for the illumination of every object. Every object in the world becomes known on account of the presence of the Ishvara. This is the secret of Vibhuti. There is no magic in Vibhuti. I am Aditya, I am Vishnu. Is there any magic in that? Krishna says there is no magic. Since I am the cause of everything, I am present in everything. Shloka 40. Nantosti mama divyanam vibhutinam parantapa esha tu uddeshatah prokto vibhutervistaro maya. Now, Bhagavan has concluded the enumeration of vibhutis. Why he stopped the enumeration of vibhutis? Does it mean only this much is the vibhuti? Then Bhagavan says, the vibhutis are not only this much. Vibhutis are many more. If I keep on enumerating all the vibhutis, there will not be time. Bhagavad-gita will become a never-ending text. The pages to print Bhagavad-gita may not be adequate because there is no end to the vibhutis. He Parantapa, Bhagavan is addressing Arjuna. He Parantapa, Parantapayati iti Parantapaha. One who scorches his enemies, one who burns his enemies is called Parantapa. Arjuna is very brave. Therefore, even his presence scorches his enemies. He Parantapa, Mama Divyanam Vibhutinam Antaha na asti. There is no anta, there is no end to my vibhutis, to my special manifestations, which are divya, which are extraordinary. There are innumerable extraordinary manifestations of Ishvara in this creation. That is why Bhagavan cannot go on enumerating all of them. Therefore, he has presented the vibhutis selectively. Eshatu, this list, the list of vibhutis presented in this chapter, vibhutehe vistaraha, the expanse of Vibhuti, the varieties of Vibhuti, Maya Uddeshatah Proktaha. It has been stated Uddeshatah, selectively, only some prominent ones are mentioned. That is why chapter 10 is coming to an end. Otherwise, we would not have concluded chapter 10. Shloka 41. Yadyadvibhutimatsatvam Srimadurjitameva va tattadevavagachatvam mama tejomsha sambhavam. Now, certain vibhutis have been enumerated. And Bhagavan said, with the vibhuti is not only this much. There are many, many more vibhutis. There are many, many more divine manifestations. Then how to recognize them? Arjuna may wonder, how can I recognize those vibhutis which are not stated here? Then Bhagavan gives a special, a general thumb rule. A general thumb rule to recognize the vibhuti. If you find any object with some special quality, with some extraordinary quality, then you can make out that it is a vibhuti. There are people with some extraordinary qualities, and such extraordinary qualities naturally command respect and reverence. For example, somebody is highly knowledgeable in some discipline. Such people naturally command respect. On account of their knowledge or on account of any other quality also. somebody is very compassionate, somebody is very generous, extraordinarily generous, a lady once told me that one of her grandmothers in her family, she was an extraordinarily generous woman. If anybody comes, she will just give anything with the both hands without even thinking twice. She gave her money, she gave food, she gave even her ornaments. So there are such people who are extraordinarily generous. Most often we do not get to know such people because they do not hanker after recognition or name and form, name and name and fame. But there are such people in society. So when we come across such extraordinary qualities, we can understand that it is a special manifestation of Ishvara. The Ishvara is working in him or her. That is why when some people want to feed, some women especially, some devis, in our culture, women are called devis. Some devis want to feed with great love and care. Then we say she is Annapurna. There is Annapurna in her. She cooks and feeds. So Ishvara is manifesting in her as Annapurna. So this is the thumb rule to recognize the vibhuti of Ishvara. Yadyat vibhutimat sattvam, any sattva. Sattva means it may be any person, any human being, or it may be any animal also, or it may be any plant, or it may be any inanimate object. All are included in sattva. Any entity which is vibhutimat, which has a special quality that attracts adoration, that attracts reverence. And to such special qualities, Bhagavan gives two examples Srimad Urjitam Evava. It may be Srimat, it may have Shrihi, it may be rich in some way. Shrihi means richness. It is rich in some way. Rich does not mean just having wealth. Somebody may be wealthy, but not necessarily rich. Many people are wealthy, despite being wealthy, they are poor in giving. Whereas some people may not have that much wealth, but they are rich in giving. The Shastra says, be rich in giving. Shriya Deyam. Taittiriya Upanishad says, Shriya Deyam. One should be rich in giving, not rich in possession. So Srimat, he is rich in some way. Maybe in terms of qualities he is rich, in terms of compassion, in terms of broad-mindedness. Urjitam evava. Another special quality, it is urjita. It is energetic. It has a special energy. And enthusiasm, utsaha. The Vyakhyanakaras say, urjitam means utsahopetam. It has a special enthusiasm. Some people take special enthusiasm to work for their society or to work for their country without any selfish motive, like many freedom fighters. They fought for the country. Urjitam. They had the utsaha, the zeal, the interest to work for a noble cause without considering their own personal interest. There are many freedom fighters, social workers, and so on. Tattadevavagachatvam mama tejomsha sambhavam. Tattadeva. All such principles, all such entities, mama tejomsha sambhavam avagacha. Understand that, recognize that, recognize it as an aspect of my splendor. It is a manifestation of my splendor, the splendor of Ishvara. Meaning, It is a special manifestation of the divinity. Shloka 42. अथवा बहुनैतेन किं ज्ञातेन तवार्जुन विष्टभ्याहमिदं कृत्स्नम् एकांशेन स्थितो जगत्. In the major portion of this adhyaya, Bhagavan dealt with Vibhuti. He enumerated various manifestations, Aditya, etc., so that a sadhaka can choose any one or two of such vibhutis and relate to Ishvara through those forms. The vibhutis serve as icons for a sadhaka to relate to Ishvara. You can relate to Ishvara through any of the vibhuti. It is one way of relating to Ishvara. Some people will find it convenient to relate to Ishvara through vibhuti. Whereas there may be some other sadhakas, some other bhaktas, they may not need any individual vibhuti, any specific vibhuti, they may not need. Instead, they are able to relate to the whole universe as the manifestation of Ishvara. Such people do not have to keep finding any specific vibhuti of Ishvara. So far, the vibhuti was enumerated so that it serves the purpose of some people who cannot relate to the entire universe as Ishvara. No, Bhagavan is giving another possibility, another option, especially to somebody like Arjuna. who need not go for any specific vibhuti. Instead, they are able to comprehend everything as the manifestation of Ishvara and be and are able to be awake to the presence of Ishvara in every object. Sarvatra Ishvara Drishti. They are able to do Ishvara Drishti in everything. Therefore, to such people, Bhagavan says, Athava, or. When there is Athava, we should understand that Bhagavan is giving another option. Instead of choosing any particular vibhuti, you can go for this option if you are able to do it. Hey Arjuna, O Arjuna, Tava etena bahuna jnatena kim. Tava, for you. From this we can make out that this is a specific instruction to Arjuna. It is not for everyone, because for many people cannot relate to Ishvara in everything all of a sudden. They need some vibhuti, they need some icon. That is why in our tradition, in our culture, we have so many icons, so many images representing the Ishvara. It is needed for the majority. But then there are some people who may not need it. Therefore, Bhagavan says, Tava, for you specifically, O Arjuna, and some people like you, of course. Etena bahuna jnatena kim. What is the use? Kim prayojanam. What is the use of knowing many vibhutis? I will tell you in brief. You don't have to look into the multitude of vibhutis. Instead, you can just comprehend me as the all-pervasive Ishvara. Aham, I the Ishvara. Idam jagat, idam kritsnam jagat. This entire universe, ekamshena vishtabhya sthitaha. I support this universe in one portion, meaning one portion of me is supporting the universe. A portion of Ishvara is supporting the universe. Meaning, we should understand the implication of this statement. Ishvara is supporting the universe in one portion. We should understand the significance properly. Ishvara does not have portion because he is Niravayava. Paramatma is Niravayava, no portions. Therefore, in reality, Paramatma supporting the universe with one portion cannot be taken literally. Then what does it signify? It just signifies that Paramatma is all pervasive. As the support of the universe, in the meantime, he transcends the universe. Paramatma pervades the universe. Meanwhile, he transcends the universe. It is like saying, you know, you know only one part of somebody. You know only one part of Mr. Devadatta. What does it mean? It means the true Devadatta, the true nature of Devadatta is beyond our understanding. In the same manner, when Bhagavan says, I support the universe in one part, he means to say that Bhagavan transcends the universe. Ishvara transcends the universe. The same idea is conveyed in Purusha Sukta. Padosya Vishwabhutani Tripadasyaamritam Divi. The entire universe forms just 1/4 of the Paramatma. The universe forms only 1/4 of Paramatma, whereas the other 3/4 transcend the universe, meaning the Paramatma transcends the universe. That is the idea. Paramatma pervades the universe. Meanwhile, he transcends. It is just like the movie screen pervades every picture in the movie. Every scene in the movie is pervaded by the movie screen. Meanwhile, the movie screen transcends every inch of the pictures you see in the movie screen. In the same manner, since the Ishvara, the Paramatma, is the Adhisthana, is the substratum of the universe. Every inch of the universe is pervaded by Paramatma. Meanwhile, he transcends everything. He is not affected by any object in the universe. Therefore, if one is able to comprehend the all pervasive presence of Ishvara, it is well and good, but it is not everybody's cup of tea to do it. Most often, people say God is everywhere, Ishvara is everywhere, therefore, we do not need any icon, we do not need any puja room in our house. But finally, they end up without any relation to Ishvara. They end up without having any tangible and substantial relation to Ishvara. That is why for majority of the people, an image is recommended, an icon is recommended through which they can relate to Ishvara. And that is the purpose of Vibhuti Yoga. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.